Yo, welcome back to the Let It All Out podcast. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay on top of our daily stories that I got to bring you. Don't miss out. So, boom, I get in there. I remember I had to walk to the CO desk. CO's desk is right soon as you walk in every block. So, like, I walk to the CO desk, boom, tell them my name. They tell me, like, you in 3 on 3. I remember every cell I was in here. So, boom. I get in there, boom, I go up, take all my stuff to the cell, which I told you I ain't have much. I had literally like my covers and shit. Like not even the cover, it's a sheet. They give you two sheets, one sheet that go on the bed, one sheet to cover up with. I got my clothes in the two sheets. You feel me? Boom, take them upstairs. Boom. So like I told y'all, what's really on my mind is I gotta find cuz. I remember they said the nigga that was supposed to dunk on LeBron was on this block. And on top of my boy Chemo, I just had started kicking it with my boy Chemo like prior, but we kicked it off like, and we ain't even on the same range. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, boom. So I know he just got moved over here 2 weeks prior. So I'm like, okay, I know he over here. So I'm really more so like, all right, like this, like those three is like my missions to run across them three type shit. So it's like, boom. As I'm pulling my stuff up, making my bed up, I just so happen to look up at the door. I see a motherfucker at the door. Man, I told you I just seen Chemo and them walking in the hall, him and like a couple other dudes, boom, that I eventually start hanging with in the hallway. So then it's like, boom, Chemo tell, like, what's up, Ken? Like, boom, I seeing we end up hollering and shit real quick, because you really can't talk in the hallway, but we end up hollering it real quick and scamming down. So one of the motherfuckers he was with, which ended up being turning out to be like one of my cousins, he ended up coming to the door and he like, hey bro, when you the dude that Chemo said what's up to yesterday? I'm like, yeah, where my boy Chemo at? He like he like shit, he downstairs, he sleep. He like shit, I'm finna go wake him up. So boom, I'm like, all right, look, matter of fact, I'm finna come down there with you. Look, boom, I end up, because like I told you, I ain't have much. I end up like this bed that I came to, this had like a little drawer on it, on the bunk bed. So I pulled a little drawer out, this metal. I just, I'm savage. I just throw everything in there. Throw that back in there. Boom, I go downstairs, bop downstairs. Look, wake Chemo up. So in the midst of that, I end up meeting like my boy K Sal. K Sal wreck, bro. I ended up meeting my boy K Sal. My boy Keys, 2GG Keys. Um, my Sonny that end up being like my cousin. Who else we was hanging with? My boy Tay from Price Hill, but Tay wasn't over there yet. Tay eventually moved over there. It was a couple of us. It was a couple of us. Like we was, you feel me? We was like I had to really sit down and break it down. So it get to the point where it's like, boom. It's like, all right, now we at it to the point where like I'm just meeting niggas. So boom. We so we more so like, just going out through the day, filling everything out, little shit like that. My boy K Sal wrecking. K Sal so stuck on the T and down the way beef, like he wasn't stuck on it, but like he just wrecking. We just wrecking about it, shit like that. Hella little shit. Boom. We end up going to Chow, seeing another one of our niggas. He see us all over there, so he like, damn, bro, how the fuck? He like, look, I'm trying to get over there, dude. But like, so it's like, boom. Now it's a we get back. I'm more so looking around. I tell them about cuz and them like bro, my cousin G Phil over here. Like, y'all know G Phil, y'all know his name Garfield. I ain't really trying to call him Garfield because I don't know if they call him by his real name and shit. I call him by his real name. So, but I know he got a nickname too, so I'm just calling him G Phil. Like, like y'all know G Phil. Like, you feel me? Boom. Like, so he like so then K Sal and one of them end up telling me, like, yeah, him and Low right there. I'm like, damn, they both in the same cell. I'm like, oh, this too good to be true. Look, I walk right up there. Look, Low ain't in there, but Phil up on the bed sleep. Look, I don't know. Like, you got to think I'm still young, so I just walk right in the cell. Look, I'm talking about Phil get up so fast, look out of his little tenfold. I'm talking about own it. Look, I'm talking about I'm cuz. He looked down, he cuz what the fuck is you? Man, ain't Erica did just write me, bro. I thought she was perping. Look, damn, I'm talking about, bro. He doing so. He like, how the fuck is you in jail? Like we doing. He had to do the math on how long he been locked up from seeing me, cause our gap so much like that. He like, bro, what? He really couldn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, bro, ain't Erica been telling me you in low over here? Goddamn, I goddamn been trying to get over here so long. I ended up getting into it with Miss Baker, goddamn, and I write a kite for y'all. She ended up with the kite and said she found y'all and shit. I got moved over here. Look, they start telling me like, "Oh, you hit leg. How long you been up here?" I'm like, "Shit, only like 3 months, 4 months tops." Like, she like, he like, "Oh yeah, you cold. A nigga ain't never got to the honor block this fast." Shit, fuck it. I'm here. Look, we turned. Look, cuz give it like break it down. So he like, "You got shit to eat up there and shit?" I tell cuz like, "Cuz, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got nothing. You hear me? I ain't got nothing. Like nothing at all." Like I'm like, "Man, listen. I'm finna goddamn keep it real with you, boy. Right now, boy, I'm trying to get it by any means necessary. This and then it ain't like the county where like everything gang bang. So it's like I'm looking at it like shit. You can't goddamn link up with your old goddamn because I done already fucking kicked it with the Bloods. They want you to be a Blood. I know these niggas. They want you to be they gang. So it's like boom. I already synced the transcript at lib. Like I already synced it like everybody wants you to gang bang. So it was like boom. Now I'm finding like my real peoples and then boom, like I said, I'm just linking with niggas like that I'm really just meeting up here, but it's still on some shit where it's like shit be mutual. Like I'm gonna go into a few mutual stories. So for instance, boom, leading up to D David, we gonna go just gonna give y'all a time lapse because we at one of the crucial turning points. So I would just want y'all to know where everybody link in at. So it's like boom, me up to me finally running across G Field low, everybody else I just named. Boom. So in the midst of everything, in the midst of everything that's transpiring, this the Let It All Out podcast. So I really ain't ready to do this, but I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna do it like fast, just so like until I'm ready. Like the emotion there is like boom. I was already going through a lot of built up things of okay when I first get there and I'm really trying to get everything under my feet and I'm really talking to my sister and I'm talking to my grandma Michelle and like these like the main two people but these this the people I talk to on the streets like anytime I'm into anything like my grandma Michelle door is open you see what I'm saying 728 betting I know her address down to the T will never forget it. So it's like boom. It's like I'm going there. I'm going to my grandma's house. Like anytime I get into any type stuff, and then it's like from young, all the way to older. Like she always been that for me. So from that, from it being she always being that to now I'm in jail and she really like explaining to me like don't feel like you in this box or don't get into a state where like you see what I'm saying like your mind just shifting off just treat it as like you away you having like a college experience like my mama told me the same thing like treat it like you having a college experience things like that and really learn yourself and find out who you are and what you want to do. So by the time you come home, you bigger and better. And you got to think. I just got here September. I'm probably talking to my grandma Michelle, if not every day, every other day. And it's like boom. I wake up one morning to call her, but I call my cousin Keith first, and I call Keith first. He tell me like boom, cuz I'm finna tell you something, but you can't trip out. Like you got it, you can't trip out. So it's like, boom. I'm like, what you mean? He like, I'm finna just tell you, and I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just say it because I don't know how to say it. So I'm just gonna say it, and then from there, you just can't trip out after it. But I'm just gonna say it because I don't know how to say it. So I'm like, cuz, so just say it. Like, what are you talking about? He like, Grandma Michelle dead. Like, Emmanuel, I just talked to her last night. Like last night. You see what I'm saying? And last night, and it hurt just to let it all out podcast. That's why I said we gonna move past it until I'm really ready to let it all out. So it's like, and it just hurt it just because if I ain't talked to her that last night, I talked to her 2 nights before that. Because I told y'all I talked to her either every day or every other day for sure. Her and my sister and my mom. So it's like, boom. With that, when it being that, I think our last conversation was just about material things, like her trying to help me get a TV or something, because I'm telling her I'm in the cell by myself. This before I even got my celly or anything. Like, I'm telling her I'm in the cell by myself, no TVs, how much we locked down, things like that. So her, my mama, and my sister really trying to come up with something, chip in and really help me out type, boom. And then it's like, that being our last conversation, from me, it was like, boom, that hit so hard to the point where like, I'm like, we could have talked about so much more, and I'm in jail, and this has got to be the conversation. It's like, out of all the things in life, you see what I'm saying? But it's like, boom, just to the point where like, it got to the point where like, I'm so hurt. Like, she's my big sister blood grandma, but we all, how my mama raised us is we all grew up under each other grandma, so we all call each other grandmas grandma. So all our grandmas feel like each other grandmas, like regardless of what, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, with her, she was our one where like, my mom, when my mom traveled, things like that, we all over there, everybody going to school from there. Like, people really thought we was from downtown, how much we was there. So it's like, boom, it's like, okay, fast forward, I'm more so in a trans state where I tell them what's going on. My mama call them, see what's going on, but they not trying to let me go to the funeral. But they see I'm so hurt, how hurt, they just let me go. But then it get to the day of, and then I had a dream about her, and then I start thinking like, yeah, I just can't see her like that. I can't let that be the last way I see her. I couldn't let that be the last way I seen her. I'm like, because every time I seen her, she was so full of energy, so full of life. I'm like, if I wasn't there to have that last conversation with her, I just rather not have that last viewing of her. I'd rather my last viewing of her be the view that I saw her last. You see what I'm saying? So, boom, that spark. Weef, my cousin Keith, tell me I break down to the point where like I go to the cell ASAP, but I leave the phone hanging. But then they come to my cell like, "Look, bro, you still on the phone?" So I'm so like salty, crushed. I just go back to the phone, but I'm crying. But I go back to the phone. But now certain niggas see I'm crying. Like, I get back on the phone with Weef, like, bro, I told you, bro, you gotta chill. He like, you can't show no emotion in there, bro. Them niggas feeding off emotion in there, cause man, you Weef just did 6 months. So he like, them niggas feeding off emotion in there. For they how you in all type of different bullshit, trying to act like they feeling for you just to get around you, shit like that. Like, it's hella different shit. You just start opening my mind to. So me, I just went into that rock. I went numb. I ain't gonna lie now, and I can let this part out, like this to let it all out podcast. But I just ain't quite ready to talk about the actual situation and how it actually made me feel. So it's like, boom. When boom, I just remember when he told me that, I just went numb. Like, it was just a numb feeling, like I gotta do this shit on my own. Like, boom. So fast forward a couple weeks after that, man, I'm up here with one of my boys I knew from the street, GC. I'm really talking to him, kicking it with him. So we hooping and shit. A couple weeks after that, me and GC end up doing like this little hoop battle. Blase skip. I'm busting GC ass. And as I'm busting GC ass, my other boy, Tut, from down the way, he calling me over to like the little, like not the weight cage, but it's like this little workout area. So I end up going over there after busting GC ass, talking to Tut real quick, and then a random end up coming to get me like, hey bruh, come here. You was just hooping against GC. I need you to bust a nigga ass for me. So I'm like, all right, here I come. Look, I tell Tut, like, look, I'm finna go bust a nigga ass. Like, we hooping, it's just this gym rack. We in the gym. So, boom, I go back. I get back over there. It's this little short ass, light skinned little nigga. GC sitting down. I'm like, damn, why you ain't get GC to bust his ass? Because I know the nigga that came and got me, I think his name was like Twan or something. He was GC boy. That's another story I'm gonna tell y'all within another how is that's why I tell you I'm tying in everything now. So he GC boy. So the GC boy, he like, I need you to bust this nigga ass real quick. Look, GC sent. Then I asked, like, why you ain't get GC? He like, man, he just bust GC ass. Look, little short light skinned nigga, I can get over there. Look, it's my boy Chemo. So Chemo like, man, you think cause he a little taller, he can fuck with me? He can't fuck with me? What? All right, look, I get the ball. What's up? We shoot. Chemo get first ball. Man, he little. But Chemo shifty though. Like he a little shifty. And don't get it twisted. I don't care if the shot come off ugly. I don't care if the shot come off backwards, frontwards. That bitch got a clip. That boy, listen. Hey, look, baby Steph Curry. He walk like Steph Curry out there. He do this. He do the shit. No cap. Hey, the clip is crazy. We getting into it. So, boom. He take right off on me. And man, I hoop, but I always had a problem guarding shorter players. So when he take off, I'm thinking he go to the cup. He done hit me with the step back, pull. GC tell me he ain't gonna go hard. All he gonna do is shoot. Got me hit ASAP. Look, he swung through on me. Step back on me again. Look, Twan like, oh, don't let him bust your ass. I'm talking about to get to the point where, like, look, I'm guarding up on him. You're like, man, he little. But like I said, he's shifty. But he only gonna go one way. Look, he went. He shot. Look, try to shoot over me, miss it. I get the board. Oh, look, now, you know me. I got a shot. You feel me? This me fresh coming in. I got a clip. I'm right back. Right back. Look. So it get to the point where, like, we just battling. So now Chemo go up, though. He go up like 12. Because, man, I ain't gonna perp. This bitch got a clip. Like, he ain't gonna perp. He shoot way better than me. I ain't gonna perp. So if you think you finna just go shot for shot with him, it's slow. It's slow for that. Like, he. So look, it get to the point where it's like 12-8, I think I remember. It's like, I know it's getting closer towards the end of the game. And this bitch clipping. Look, I told y'all he can't fuck with me. I'm telling y'all. That's what I start doing. Okay, look, he finally missed. I get it off the board. To the cup now. Lay. Look, now he realized, he like, oh, all he gotta do is take me. He like, all he doing this thing, only thing he can do is look. Look, this part of basketball. I ain't finna lose. You know, I'm a sore loser, especially one-on-one. Look, I end up busting Chemo ass all the rest of the cup. So look, now that transpired into, you know, this jail. It's niggas. We niggas. We competitive. And niggas talking shit. I'm bust your nigga. You only took me to the hole. Look, Twan and them GC getting weak. Look, that transpired into, I'm telling you, nigga, I can shoot. Nigga, I'll shoot your lights out. Look, we was on the side courts. We end up taking the motherfucking gyms that's on the big courts. The argument and shit got so intense. My nigga GC stepped in like, nah, I'm in this too. The argument started with me and Chemo, right? This how jail worked. It started with me and Chemo on who shoot the better. And we playing 7. So we shooting 10 on ball, 20 on ball, 30 on ball. Look, oh, you got 10. You got 30. Look, we shooting, right? We playing 70. So boom. It get to the point where now, man, I've told you, I already realized I ain't shoot better than a nigga, but it was my competitiveness. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling him like, look, let's go. Look, he end up clipping him, right? So now I end up getting outside because I'm behind Chemo plus GC got a hell of a clip and GC behind me. So it's time GC hitting. Look, Chemo hit. Look, I hit. Look, GC a hit. Look, Chemo a hit. I missed. That's 50 on ball. Already. I'm damn. I'm like, damn. Look. So now it get to the point where like he like, all right, boom. Look, they get me out. Look, but now them two going. And when I say, bruh, this is the most elite game of 70 I ever seen to this day in my life, to this day still. Brother, when I say, bro, these two niggas, the rest of the gym wreck, they hitting, getting in each other's face, yeah, nigga. Like I'm talking about, nigga, look, nigga, you got to the point where like, it got to the point where like they both had like 60, right? They both had like 60. They both just need 10. I'm telling you, there's no exaggeration. I can't wait till I get these boys on the podcast. No exaggerations. These boys put like 240 on ball before one of them missed. And I think GC missed. Chemo won. Because Chemo was talking that one shit. Chemo, Chemo ain't letting you live nothing down. You hear? But why I say it was so elite? Because it got to the point where like they but when I was in, we just shooting shots. You just shoot regular. They getting so intense, so fury with it. They got to the point where yeah, nigga, you can't shoot with a hand in your face. Like they putting hands out like this jet, like this lib. Fuck, I'm gonna quit saying jail. When I'm telling these lib stories, I'm gonna say this lib because this the real lib. Like I don't know about this new lib. Like I've been hearing a lot about this new lib, but the lib I was at, this the worst compound in Ohio. Like no cap. So like I'm talking about they putting hands in the face. I'm talking about I'm talking about like real life and still making them. This when they got the 240 on ball. Like they make real life still making them everything. I'm talking about real sharp clip. To the point where it get to the point like now, boom. It's really solidified. Like that little group right there is really solidified. Like that's how I end up meeting Mo, end up meeting into the other people. But that was just me and Mo's story.